And there's my wife. Very nice. And then come over here. Let's make some edits to the description. Why it's not showing. Content, go live. Weird, it doesn't show I'm live on my YouTube studio. It's just me. Yeah, we're gonna work with some agates here in a second. Ones that Josh over there from Agate Bay cut. Over here. Can I edit from the actual video? No, I can't. Oh, yes, I can. There we go. Securing my own crown for 2 seconds. And then come over here. I'll put the same link over in the description. Link for Lego mineral set. Save. I should do a pop out. I'll leave that one paused. Okay, minimize that. And grab our tablet. So coffee in my cup. And we're going to work on a couple agates. These should polish pretty quickly. Get me chat up over here. And scroll up. Live chat. There we go. All right. Happy Thursday, everybody. One more day until the weekend. For anyone else, really. Saturdays and Sundays are technically my main work days. Well, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays. And we're going to use the orange wheel right there. Oh, hi there, Atlanta, USA. We're here in Oregon. And we're going to start off with the 140 grit wheel. And we're going to work on some Malawis. And these were cut by our friend, Josh, over there at Agate Bay, another YouTube channel. And we're going to get these to sand and polish. And ink is from India. Howdy. There we go. And we're going to plug the phone in so we have power. I don't know where that went. It's fine. All right. So now we're going to use a 140 grit wheel to do a quick sand on this and see how it looks. The air compressor is still full, so that's good. Here we go. What's my favorite crystal? It's not really a crystal, but my favorite rock is fire obsidian. Well, hi there, Tim. I would polish a poo if I had one. Unfortunately, I don't have any fossil poo right now. Polish. Oh, shoot. Well, hi there, Mike. Yes, Firebeard work as good. Oh, nice, Hank. Yeah, I do have some pretty cool amethyst in here. Amethyst can actually be really cool stuff. So, pick a direction, start sanding, and we're going to start off with the 140 bit. Today's live is starting at sub counts 21,572. Well, hi there, my. Yeah, some of these like almost look like candy in a way. Mike, we are working on some Malawi agates at agate cut. There's it. Out of there, Crystal. So yeah, this will take a little while to sand down, but that is okay. Well, how there, Jared? Howdy, Brenda. I was hoping to just work on some putting together the Lego set today, but it's not here yet. But the link that I have pinned, that is the Amazon affiliate link for the new Lego set that came out from Minerals. Lego set's $59.99 US dollars. And since it's an affiliate link, I get a small kickback. Not a lot. It's like 3%. It kind of does ink a little bit, and what's really funny is I grabbed several of them, and I grabbed this one too, and I didn't realize this was actually the other half to this one, so I inadvertently grabbed the matching set to this one. It may not look like it because it might be missing a little bit at the edge there, but yeah. So we're gonna use this one as like a before and after, so you can kind of see the difference between when I started and when I got done. My goal is to go as live as often as I can. It's looking much better. And if my channel can get to 100,000 subscribers, I will buy a capping machine and I will do a giveaway. It'll either be if I can get to 100,000 subscribers, I do a giveaway. I will let the person that would win pick if they would want a Kings of North model or a Cab King, the 6-inch models. Howdy there, Kirsty. Hope we're doing okay. And we're technically less than 80,000 subscribers away from that kind of goal. There, there, Romania. And I will be funding that giveaway myself. It's not a sponsorship thing. I thought it'd be nice because in the past I've given away a saw, I've given away a Florida. I thought it'd be kind of nice if we do something big when I get to 100,000. That's good to hear, Kiersey. I know it's been a minute. I've been away for a while. But I'm glad to see you on our chat. We missed you. We got 60 people, 10 likes. Make sure to double tap that screen. Give me some likes. If not for me, then for this really beautiful little red agate here. Really, so this part is really the longest process for agates, getting back, sanding down the cut surface. And since these are really clean cuts, This part is not taking as long as it normally would. Josh, his saw, Agate, his saw cuts so cleanly. Yes, like Mike said, or hit the 3 dots and hit the light. Pierce, you have a wonderful sleep. And hopefully we'll see you soon. Get some rest. So I'll show you kind of what I'm looking at here. There's a spot. Actually, you might be able to see it. This spot kind of right in here. I'm trying to sand that part out right there because that's still from the saw, those little white dots. Still much cleaner than it would be using one of the other trim saws. That's a very good observation, Romania. It's getting there. I'll show you the difference already. So we have this one that we've been sanding, and the one that's not sanded. So I'll go ahead and dry these off really quick, so you can see the difference. So that one is before we started sanding. And hi there, Naomi. And that's the one that we're sanding currently. And those lines in the fracture, those lines in the agates, those are natural fractures. Nothing we can do about those. But yeah, this will take a really nice polish. We do have some other spots I did see. So we need to actually not only get out that right there, we also need to have this one line right up here. So we have that line right there that we have to get out. That's from the saw. And then we have a couple other lines down here we have to sand out as well. You keep the stone moving. That way, the area that we're working, we're also not only like trying to sand this out, but we're also blending it all together. So if we were just to focus like this in one spot, it would cause a facet after a while. We don't want that. So we keep it moving. That's like art to a degree. That line's still there. Hi there, Maria. Where's it, Mariah? It could go. I think it could go both ways. I don't know which one was right, which one was wrong. I'm still trying to get out the center mark of the stone as well. Yeah, in Romania, it could also just be on the material too, like the glass, like the city note that also sound different too. It was like mostly glass. We're already at 21,580 subscribers since we started. We've gone to the already. So yeah, Mike. In theory, you could keep him from getting rounded off a little bit, but it does takes a little bit more time to kind of watch the edges a bit. But if someone really wanted like a super flat, like non-rounded surface, their best bet would to be use a flat lap. There, Alvin. I know a lot of people tend to round like on these corners too to make it more round. I don't really like to do that all too much. The only time I really do that is with obsidian, so it's not so sharp on the edges. Center's almost done. We still have that little white mark right there, and we still have a little bit of a sand or a saw mark right up towards the top. Mike, it's really weird. YouTube blocked the word gotcha. That's bizarre. How bizarre. How bizarre. You won't be alive for a super long time today because I still have to price some rocks for this weekend. I got a buttload of cabs to polish, or it's not polish, price. I'll price some of the powellite quartz, not all of it. What we'll do is this weekend I should price as much as I can. There's a lot of it. See, once we get past this stage, the rest is going to go so quick. It's still kind of there. That one's definitely way up there. We're going to have to focus on that corner. Stone. Technically, I could have taken this to the diamond wheel. But if I had done that, it would cause more work for us because the diamond wheel would just also like leave like super deep scratches in it, and I don't want to deal with that. So nice, Mike. It really is, and it saved me so much time from having like to dry like towels and stuff, or running a fan. Oh, hi there, King. We got that one out. Just got to focus a little bit more on the other side. Just a little. Yeah, I'm so glad that I got this air compressor. It's been a huge game changer here in the shop. Even when making the sound panels, I was able to use an air compressor for the staple gun. That was amazing. Saved my hands. Okay. So, just so you can kind of see the before and after here. Oh, how do you there, Khalid? Hopefully I said that right. So that's before we started working, and this is after. And you can already tell this is going to go by super quick, so pay attention. Now that we're done this stage, this is going to go much, much quicker. It's sanding out the saw marks and any previous grinding stages that really takes the longest. Especially with a somewhat translucent, like agates and chalcedony, because it'll show like the internal imperfections. Jaspers are they're almost easier to work, kind of, because they don't show as much as the imperfections. Up next is 280 grit. Make sure I'm working on the right one. Yep. 280 grit. This will not take very long, in theory, because all we're really doing with these grit stages, we're just adding finer and finer scratches to the stone until the scratches are so fine and close to each other you can't see with the naked eye. That is the point of polishing. It goes much quicker after this. So we're going to spend a little bit more time on there just to make sure we get any deep scratches out from the 140 grit. And we're always working in the same direction. We don't do this and then turn the stone that way and then work it again. Because if we do that, we cause hash marks in the stone. And when you go to polish, you'll see those, and it's quite ugly. So whenever you're working on polishing something, you always work in the same direction at all times. When you're working on the finer grit sanding stages, when you're grinding it, it doesn't matter. But when you're getting to like the polishing part of the process, you always want to work in the same direction. Well, hi there, Apple guy. Yes, please like the video. I'm doing this for free. You know, let me know that you like rocks and pretty stuff like this. It looks like candy, but it's not. Yes, crosshatch. I couldn't think of the actual terminology for it. Oh, hi there, Commander. Happy Thursday. And I think with this stage, we're pretty much done. I just want to make sure I got every part of the stone before we go to 600. I will say that normally, if you watch my channel long enough, you'll know that this is not normally this fast. With all materials. Some materials take a bit longer to do. It all depends on the material, how it's been cut, how it's been ground, and the shape of it and everything too. But we're moving pretty quick. Oh, hi there, Vishka. I am from Corvallis, Oregon, here in the United States. Hi there, Ryan. We're just kind of adjusting our power cord here. All right, so up next is the 600 grit stage, and we're just going to show the stone one more time and compare it with before we even started. So this is before we started sanding, and this is after the 280 grit stage. So there's already a huge difference there. And these are Malawis. These were cut by Agate Bay, which is another YouTube channel. You should go check them out. And eventually, these will be for sale. Oh, nice fish. Good. Yeah, I would love to actually go to Michigan at some point. I don't know if you follow Michigan Rocks, Rob. Super nice guy. But he's mentioned before if I ever make it to Michigan that he would show me around someday. I'd like to go there. And there's Josh right there. Howdy there, Josh. We're actually working on a couple from the bin outside. I picked up one, and then I picked out another one, not realizing I picked up two of the same tabs. So we're doing a little both here. Well, hi there, Connie. Yeah, I can delve into the cost a little bit. So, Connie, so this here, I'm gonna zoom out. This CAD machine right here, this is actually made in Springfield, Oregon. I don't know the name of the company anymore that does these. It's a good concept. There's a lot of things I like about it. It's a bit different from all the other cabin machines that are out there, and the fact that the top here, the top is actually adjustable, so you can actually raise it up. And the motor is detached, so it's if the motor ever goes bad, all you have to do is replace the motor. Whereas with a Genie, if the motor ever goes out, you're kind of out of luck. And I believe this actually in theory could house 8-inch wheels. The only downside is with 8-inch wheels, I wouldn't have enough space in between this. But if more companies made machines like this where you can have like different size wheels on there, that'd be great. I believe now these machines are about $2,000. Again, I can't remember the name of the company that makes these. I got it for $500 because someone owed me big time. And then my Genie over there, those can run quite a bit. I forgot the price brand new for them. I also got that for $500 from an estate sale. Those are all the wheels that came with it still, and they're still technically good. They're not really super worn down. I use that typically for opals and stuff, or softer stuff that requires a little bit more finesse. Realistically, you can get like any cabbing machine. I would recommend the Nova wheels. I'm not sponsored, not affiliated, as much as I would like to be. The Nova wheels is really where it's at. They're pretty expensive though. I would check out Suva Lapidary, SUVA, for a pretty good price, and then Kingsley North also sells them for a decent price. If you go to Diamond Pacific, they're gonna be a lot more money. And then I also have a flat lap over here. That I forgot how much they are right now. That's the 8-inch. I have all the different grits for the flat lap over here. So if you do ever want to get one of these, I'd recommend getting all in between the stages. People out there say you can get by with just a few of the grits. I say otherwise. Get all the different grits. And then over here, I have a polishing wheel right there. That one also didn't cost me anything. That was home built. Actually, someone built that for me because, again, they owed me a favor. But yeah. Excuse me. Yeah, so Vishka, Michigan Rocks, I forgot how many subscribers he has, but he's very big here on YouTube. Well, Agabet, Josh, I'm glad you dropped them off, and I'm hoping to actually sell some of the unpolished ones this weekend on Sunday if I can. Yeah, Ryan. So at some point, I will end up having several of the same. Where like what I'll do is I will cut a slab up of the same material, probably obsidian, so people can see the differences between each stage, and then yeah, do something similar to that so people can see the different differences. Kyle's like the fairy godmother. Cinderella is always beautiful, but just need this hello help to show it. Oh man, Josh, you're already back in Germany? Man, you guys move quick. Diane! And thank you for the happy belated birthday. Diane, we missed you. Hope you've been well. Have a good night, Josh. And again, thank you for all the... oh, Josh, I'll have to message you. I need a tracking number for the other box because it hasn't shown up yet, but I will also message you about it too. But have a good night. All right, we're going to go ahead and go to 600 grit. And we're going to zoom in just a little bit here. Right there should be good. We're like already 6 away from 21,600 subscribers. Well, drive safe, Vishka. And hopefully your son had a good day at school. And yeah, you're welcome. Feel free to check out my other videos. Got a lot of videos of how to, and I feel like they're all helpful. You're welcome, Connie. I'm always happy to show stuff where I can. I don't like to hide information. Oh, there's a little bit more water on there. So if anyone notices, I have a link pinned. It's the new Lego mineral set. It's $60. I found that link on Amazon. It's an affiliate link. I do get a kickback. It doesn't cost me anything extra. I get like 3% of every sale. So it's not a lot of money. But I figured, you know, now that that Lego set's officially out, I'll go ahead and post the link to it. Oh, hi there, money. Yeah, it's a really nice agate. Really, really nice. What is 3% of $60? Probably not a whole lot. Like 10% would be like $6. Yeah, I'm not getting a whole lot of money off that. Trying to do the math in my head. I'm like, that's not a lot. Then after this, we'll go to 1200, and after that, we'll go to polish. Very easy. So yeah, Agate Bay, he sent a bunch of cut but unpolished Malawis for us to sell, and I just need to go through and get them all priced, and they're going to be very affordable, by the way, for the unpolished ones. There will be a few that will be a little bit more than the other ones because they're a little better quality, but it'll be worth it. So far, so good. I don't see any huge deep scratches, and that is kind of the biggest thing I'm looking for. And that 1200 is going to smooth it right out. We'll go a little bit longer, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. I'll focus kind of over here a little bit. Well, hi there, Meredith. Good, my phone left plugged in. That's okay. Toss a coin to your whisper. Pull down your guarantee. Where's my bell? My bell's not here. There it is. Thank you, Mike, for the super chat. Much appreciated. Every little bit goes a long way. Really appreciate it. Thank you, Mike. We still have some copal to get worked at some point too. A couple big chunks that our friend Tomcat Josh found for me at a couple rock shows a couple years ago. And we just now reached 21,600 subscribers. I think I'm happy with that. We'll go ahead and hit it with the. Actually, before we do, there's a reason why I'm doing this, because I can go back later. I can download the video and I can clip it. And we're gonna try the other side here as well. Well, hi there, Kara. It popped in a little bit for just a little bit of the live today, not a whole lot. I was eating breakfast when you guys are live or premiering. Sorry, I haven't been there. My money's tied up a little bit. So that's before we started. And then this is after 600. There is still some striations on there. Trust the process. The 1200 should get those out. That is very true, Kara. I keep wanting to say Kara because I know a Kara. Kara. Okay. Also, Kara, I don't have any room for more rocks right now. Like literally, like all those shelves are full. Also, it took me about 3 hours to break down all the boxes, and there's still some floating around here. And then I have all those. Those shelves are all full of rocks. Those shelves are full of rocks, and I have a cart over there that also has some rocks. Down there's all the Malawi's that Josh sent us. So we will be selling some unpolished halves. Rocks for everyone. We have big rocks and little rocks and rough rocks and polished rocks. We have shiny rocks and dull rocks. Pointy ones and smooth ones. Big, tall, little and wide. Derek. Yes, that is very true, I know. There we go. Alright, 1200 grit, here we go. Typically this is the step before we go to polish. This is where the rocks get this nice little pre-shine. Oh, speaking of storing rocks there, Derek, I did check on the status of my permit, and it says hold. Because they have a bunch of stuff they have to address, and I'm like, really? Can we just... It's a shed. It's not like it's a two-story skyscraper. It's a shed. Just, come on. Just slap it on the ground. So, I feel like if we lived in the countryside, then we can be like, all right, put the shed over there, and we would have been done with it. Oh, dang, Mike. I was taking the time with this. Usually it doesn't take too long with this stage. It's almost done. Oh man. Mike, what happened? Was it like a lapidary grinder or like a different kind of grinder? Oh no. I wonder what happened to you, because I know someone that also was working on an angle grinder at one point, and they accidentally grabbed the wrong end while it was still going, and it messed up his hand real bad. Actually, I think it messed with his finger. Got 37 likes. If you be so kind to double tap the screen or hit the three dots and select like the video. Again, it is free. If you like it. I like it. I love it. I want some more of it. That's right. That's right. Oh dang. I'm sorry to hear that, Mike. That sucks. Hi there, Eni. Indonesia, nice. Indonesia has a lot of really pretty material that comes out of there. Okay. So that is after 1200. It's not bad. There is still some light marks on there, and I think what we're going to do to see if we can get rid of those really quick is we're going to go ahead and use a 3000 grit on this one. I typically don't use a 3000 grit most of the time, but sometimes I'll do a little touch up with it, just not with obsidian. I will not use 3000 grit on obsidian. I don't often use it. Also, on this side of the machine, it gets really messy anyway. I don't have a lot of working room. I'm so close to a fossil cabinet. So you turn it on there. It's like teasing me with water. It almost might be out of water. Man. Come on. Give me the juice. Thank you, Diane. Turn that off. Yeah. So, we're going to do an experiment here. Sometimes they'll come out, sometimes it won't be. There should be some striations there on the surface. You should see them a little bit there. In theory, the carpet wheel should polish those out. Well, at least it should polish it to the point where you can't see them. If that makes any sense. And actually, there is a couple scratches right there, which those would actually show. So we're actually going to go back to 1200. And there's Fred. Howdy there, Fred. So we're going to go to 1200 here, and we're going to try to get those scratches out because I don't like them there. So you see there's a scratch right here, right there, right there. That is from the 3000 grit. I don't know what happened. That's one of the reasons why I do not always like using the 3000. So we're going to go back over here to 1200. Make sure we got enough water on there. Chances are we might have to go back to 600 if we can't get this out at 1200. Yeah, Diane, I can't help it. I've seen too many rocks on online where they just cut it, they do a quick sand, and then they polish it, or they use like a resin coat. You can see like all the imperfections, and it drives me crazy. I don't like to say anything about it, but like I couldn't do that. Oh, nice, Diane. Alright, got those scratches out, as expected. Work on the edge over here a little bit. Now we're ready. That 3000 grit's good for some rocks, and I mentioned it in a previous live. For example, I used 3000 grit on the Torito wood, which that is this right here. Found this on the Oregon coast. I don't want to use this on my carpet wheel because it has a potential to contaminate with sand that can be trapped inside the stone. But some rocks, like certain agates and obsidian, I just don't really like using the 3000 grit on it. I feel like it doesn't do certain stones justice. Fourth. Oh, nice, Diane. Well, happy early birthday. What day is it? Today's the 2nd? What is today? Yeah, 2nd. So your birthday will be Saturday. How much power do we got? We have 64%. Well, I got mail. I got email. Oh, actually, before we go to polish, I do have to check the email really quick because it's important. It pertains to the permit. So let's see what the email says really quick. Let's see here. Go right here if I can. Perform special inspections. This is all relating to the geotechnical report. That doesn't make any sense. They already did the testing. I almost need to do a complaint on this because this is getting ridiculous. $2,500 to do another test. I might have to call them a little bit because it's getting frustrating. Hi there, Rachel. We're working on this little guy right here. That's a little Malawi agate. So it looks polished, but it's not polished yet. All right, so well, if you know what this is the carpet polishing wheel, and we're going to use a cerium oxide. Get it turned on. Oh, I have not been wearing my apron this entire time. Oops. Get a little spray, get nice and damp. This is a cerium oxide. It is made by Gordon Glass Company. You can get it on Amazon. It's like $25 for a pound of it. Oh, nice, Patrick. Also, hi, Patrick. All right, and then we just add it to the wheel. So I'm adding more weight to the bottom of the stone than the top of the stone, just so the wheel doesn't catch the edge of the stone. And that is like, even when I'm moving it, I'm still focusing more weight towards the bottom half and the top half, and I just move the stone around. With this stage, you don't have to focus on just one general area. You can move the stone all over, it doesn't matter. The biggest thing I kind of want to keep an eye out for is making sure that the wheel does not dry out. But I'm adding a fair amount of weight onto there. A lot of pressure. Hi there, Nader. Also, hi there, Rocky Mountain Bear. Usually this stage doesn't take too long. It works pretty quick. Rachel, no worries, it happens. I do wish, so YouTube and TikTok, at least with TikTok, if you click on someone's live, you're locked into that live. There's no accidental like going backwards or going to the next video online. I kind of wish that YouTube would make that similar feature where if you click on someone's live for like a vertical live, it locks you in there, and there's no accidental like scrolling downwards, because there's some weird stuff I've seen on the vertical lives. Yes, it's a Berber carpet. Let's see here, view message. Weird, Derek. Watch your comment. I don't get why. The Berber carpet. If you go to a carpet supply store and ask if they have like any free pieces that you can have, sometimes they have leftovers for projects that they'll just give you for like either give you or just like offer it for like really, really cheap prices. Oh yes, and so yeah, Jared currently rock hounding. He has plans. Patrick, is it on his website that he also has the plans? Because Jared did a video a while back on how to build a carpet polishing machine, and so this machine predates me even being on YouTube. But he has plans so you can build your own. And Mike, I did start out with leather when I first started doing lapidary. And leather does work great, with only, and I talked about this a couple days ago, is when leather dries out, it doesn't matter how strong you are. If that stone ever dries out while you're polishing it, the friction will grab the stone and it's there it goes. Doesn't matter how strong you are. He'll take it and throw it. Hello there, Janet. Yeah. So, Mike, yeah, I kind of prefer the carpet because it's fairly less risky as far as like potentially losing your stone. And I mean, I've been using this carpet wheel for I think since 2016, 2017, somewhere in there. So I've been using this wheel for a while, and this is the same carpet still. We should be done with this. Of course, I'm just gonna grab this over here. There we go. So I'm just gonna wipe off the. No worries, Rachel. Let's get this rinsed off really quick, and then we'll do a before and after of the other half of this. And unfortunately, I can't be live for a super long time today because I've got an email to respond to and asking why it's going to cost $2,500 for an inspection, which has already been done. Let's drain this down really quick. I was thinking about it last night. I'm like, so this shed company, they wanted like to have me apply for this loan for this thing, since I didn't have the money up front for it, and so technically I've already paid down half of it through the loan company, and the loan company won't bill me until the shed's actually on site. But I'm like, with how frustrating this process has been, they should really wait until the proper inspections are done before, just to make sure a shed can actually go on the property. Because, like, what happens if the city says no? Then I pretty much have to figure out how to get my money back. So the whole process is kind of backwards. So, Rachel, I'm trying to get a shed, a 14 by 24 new space for the live sales and to display all the rocks and crystals and stuff for people can shop in person down the road. And I've been working on this since April, and it's taking forever. Okay. Here, let's do this. We'll turn off this light. Bring this light around here. Okay. Like my polish job? So this is the other half before we did any kind of sanding. And so that's kind of the surface that was beforehand. And here is the other half. Actually, make sure we're facing the right way. There we go. Okay. So there's one side before we even touched it. And again, these are cut by Agates. And he sent us a bunch of uncut ones. Or, sorry, a bunch of cut but not polished ones. Because these ones he didn't want. So he sent this way. So these will be for consignment. So you'll be supporting my channel and his channel by buying the freshly cut ones. So these are ones he cut. Here's the other half. Can we read the yeah. There we go. So it was actually pretty good. Not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Try and get some other angles here so we can see like a. It's hard. I'm trying to show the other parts of it, but it's so shiny. This wants to show the label. That's okay. But yeah, that is a before and after. Turned out pretty good. So I'll probably end up polishing the other one off camera, and these will end up being for sale. And I do have other ones I will be also having for sale on Sunday. So we'll be selling some of these on Sunday. But yeah, it turned out really nice. I'm trying to, yeah, turned out really, really nice. Nice. Yeah. But hit the bell. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm sorry I'm cutting it short. I gotta deal with that email, and then I gotta start pricing some stuff for this weekend because there's like a bunch of new cabs, a bunch of some specimens, some rough stuff. We got a little bit of everything for this weekend for our big return. Well, howdy there, Allison. Yeah, sorry it's a short live today. But yeah, have a good day. Have a good night wherever you're at in the day or wherever you're at in the world. So bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. And I will see you all here very soon. Maybe we might go live again tomorrow. So keep an eye out on my channel for tomorrow's. So we're going to hit this button right here. Boop. And then this one. Boop. Bye, everybody.